You're right, YouTube. Big Mike. Without further ado, retro second video of 2021. Been away for a little while. We're not sort of picking up as much as what we used to. Been buying and selling and trading and doing a few other bits and pieces. But we've got a nice sort of pile of games that have built up, so we thought we'd make a new video. So without further ado, we'll get on with it. Cheers. Right, we'll start off with the sort of less interesting stuff, and we'll build up as we mean to go on, and build up to the piece de resistance. So first of all, a couple of PS1 games. Buster Move 4. I've just sold this on me Dreamcast, so I picked up on my PlayStation. Yeah, it's supposed to be a really good game, isn't it? So I thought I'd get it, and I'll pick this up and the other game I'm about to show you for, I believe it was £4 or £5 all in. There is a slight crack there. Other than that, it's a really nice case. Both cases are damaged a little bit. This other game, I've had the prequel to this on the Amiga. Really, really good game. I enjoyed it with my dad. I think my dad used to enjoy it a bit better than I did, but nevertheless a great game, really good Amiga game. Never had this on the PlayStation, so it is Archie McLean's Jimmy White's Snooker 2. Really, really cool, the first one. So second one, £2.50 maximum, can't go wrong. So picked up those two games, £4 or £5 they were. So I'm going to buy them all day long at that price. Next one, PS2. I think it's just almost like a fireworks simulator sort of thing. It looked really, really cool. Remember seeing it ages ago, maybe in a Metal Jesus video or something. And it is Fantavision. It just looks like really, really strange and cool and weird. Unfortunately, it's missing the manual. Disc is in there, but I think it's like £2.50. So can't go wrong. So £2.50. I'm gonna give it a look. And if it's crap, I'll sell it. Right, on to a bit more sort of modern stuff now. I've got this game before, but as you know, my PS4 isn't set up at the moment. I do have this on my Xbox. I'm not sure if it's Live or Gold, whatever it's blooming called. But they've got the, where you can play 100 games a month or whatever it is, and it's on that. But although I do own this on the PS4, I've played it through on the Xbox One. So for the physical version, I think this is about £14 or £15. It comes with a art book and keyring, which I wasn't sure if I had. So it is the infamous Streets of Rage 4, and I just want a physical version of this. Obviously, I got it on PS4, but I might sell that one. I'm not sure, but I've got it on the Xbox now, which is the machine I played it through on. And for that price, you really can't go wrong. And it's a fantastic game. If you haven't played it or picked it up yet, go and get yourself a copy of this game. It's absolutely brilliant. Fantastic game. Really, really good. Next game is on the PS4. Steve put me onto this, Cine Steve. I've sort of seen him and Eddie talking about it and how it was a good game and it was cheap. And I believe it's pronounced Sayonara Wild Hearts. And this looks like sort of almost like a beat rhythm game, but it looks absolutely fantastic. Looks like it's a real experience to play. If I had the skills, I'd put some video footage up. You might want to just go on YouTube yourself and look it up, because it really does look something special. It's really, really cool. I believe it's like £18. So £18, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna give it a look. So that's Sayonara Wild Hearts. Really, really looking forward to getting me teeth into that one, shall we say. Right, this game here is a game that I've been after for a real long time. It never seems to come down in price. The only way to get it, as far as I'm aware, is to either get it imported from America or from Japan. You're always going to get stung import tax on that. I've had this in me sort of me watch list for a while, waiting for one to come up in the UK. This one came up at £40. Now, normally you're talking £40 plus import fees for this. So to get it off a UK guy, although it's £40, this isn't going down anytime soon. All sort of it's really, really highly regarded by the sort of Wonder Boy scene, the Wonder Boy fan club. and it is Monster Boy on the PS4. You know, it's not an official Wonder Boy game, but even mentions Wonder Boy now, 30 years of Wonder Boy. It's not an official Wonder Boy game, but it's a massive Wonder Boy rip-off. But it's supposed to be like one of the best Wonder Boy games there is available. And like I say, to get this 40 quid delivered, it's got all the stuff inside. It's got some art cards and instruction book and whatever have you. And it's in like almost new condition. Obviously the guys bought it, played it through and sold it. But yeah, I've been after this for months, probably about 6 months, maybe longer. And it's hard to get, and especially for 40 quid or less. It's available on the Switch as well. If you're not fussed about owning a physical, I'd imagine it's available on digital. Maybe wait for a sale and get it on the digital. But it's supposed to be really, really good. Looks really cool, and I can't wait to play this and give it a go. So, really, really chuffed with that. Now on to a bit of Amiga. So we'll start off with some loose discs. Just been picking these up, cheeky bids. It's always good to have, backup versions of games. You know, Amiga discs can be a bit temperamental, what have you. So it's always good to have a few versions if you can. And that way, if one fails, you've got a backup, haven't you? So the first one is Shadow of the Beast. Both discs were here. One's probably slipped down the sofa somewhere. So they were here. I might come across it in a minute. So Shadow of the Beast full price release discs. I think that was £4 for the pair delivered. So I was happy with that. Next is still wrapped. Great little game. Bomboozle. Really, really cool little game. This great. This is what we played it from the. It was free with an Amiga Power, Bomboozle. I'll actually probably get the full price release at some point of this, or the dual case release, I believe it is. But it's a great little game. You've got to, I believe, collect bombs in the right order or something. Really cool, little quirky little game. Really, really, really good. Enjoyed it, so bought it again. Next one is, well, we'll go. This was a bundle of discs. So this had, if I can get it out. This had Super Off-Road, which I've already got. This is from the Too Hot to Handle compilation. I do have the full price original release of this. But like I say, to have backups of games, is you can never have enough backups, can you really? Carnage, which I think is okay as well. But the game I bought this for, which is a game I don't own, or didn't own until now, is In the Heat. And that's getting a harder game to sort of get hold of at a decent price. Very sort of Ivan Iron Man Stewart's sort of racing around with the little cars and that. But I was chuffed to get that. I think this was only like a £5 or something for these discs, £5-6. So I was happy to get that. That was cool. I think this was sort of stupid, like £2, which is a respray version of 2-Bin. 2-Bin's a great game. It's like 99p bid, 96p delivery or something. So pick that up. What we got here? There's the other beast. The other beast disc. That's another disc that I was after. So this one here is an Amiga disc magazine called Rampage. So this is like a magazine on disc. Don't know too much about it. I know of it, so I thought I'd just buy that and just to check it out. So just see what it's about. I don't know if that's a new thing or if it's an old thing. I'm not too sure. But nevertheless, it'd be interesting to look and see. This disc I've been after for a while. I do have the big box release of this, and I bought it off a known eBay seller on obviously eBay, and they sold it as working and showed it working on screen and everything. And when I bought it and I've got it, my disc loads like every other time. So it's very intermittent, which I was a bit annoyed about because it does work, but not every time. So it's possibly on its way out a little bit. So and this can cost a lot to get. This is it's not a cheap game. I would say, on average, it's between 40 and 60 boxed. Sometimes people can try and charge more. It's not a readily available game. But even, I mean, there's a disc and manual for sale for this on eBay. You know, it is guaranteed working. It's tested, cleaned, and guaranteed working. I believe they want 35 or near offer for it, which I think is a little bit steep, seeing this is just a disc and instructions. But it's working. You know, it's guaranteed working. It's there every time. And if you have any problems with it, you know, you can obviously go back to that seller, which is cool, which is better than the sort of what I did with mine. So I just sort of took it on the chin and kept my one, because you know it does work, but it's very bit intermittent. Plus I got the budget release of it as well, but it always sort of niggled me. I was like, yeah, not too happy about it. But luckily I've managed to find another disc. I put in a cheeky bid. I think it's £3 for the delivery, which is a bit cheeky, because you know it only costs a quid or a couple of quid to post really. So it's £3 at post, but I put an offer of £3 something. So say this was £6.50 maximum, and I've got another full price release of Beach Volley, which I'm hoping will work. I haven't cleaned and tested it yet, but I've got it, and for £6, I'm more than happy, because like I say, you could probably play, like I say, like disc on its own, maybe 20 quid plus. So to get that for £6, I'm chuffed as nuts with that. So that's really, really cool. Right, moving on again is again more sort of backups, just sort of stuff that I've already got, but you can't go wrong with keeping yourself keeping a few versions. So we've bought another full price release of Shadow Dancers. It's got the manual and got the disc there again. Shadow Dancer was really hard to pick up. It's a game that's going up in price. I would say it's £40 to £50 plus if you can find it at the moment. So, you know, if my disc doesn't work or my manual breaks or something, I've got a backup disc and manual for it there. So I'm really, really happy to get that. And keeping on the ninja theme and keeping in the Shinobi line, Shinobi budget release. I do have the full price release of this. I might even have the budget release of it as well. I know I've probably got disc as well, but I think this was about £6, and £6 for Shinobi, you can't go wrong. It's I love Shinobi on Amiga. I know Cine Steve doesn't rate it, but I think it's good. I mean, he's got the bloody arcade PCB, hasn't he? So, you know, he's a bit spoilt for choice. I really like this on Amiga, and I do like it on the Spectrum as well. You know, Shinobi's a great game. Revenge of Shinobi is one of my favourite games of all time. Might have been number one, like Revenge of Shinobi. I absolutely love it. But yeah, Shinobi's where it all started. And like I say, I mean, £6 for that, you really can't go. Sometimes I can sell for about 20 quid. So to get that for £6, I'm laughing. This one here, I did have the big box release of this. I believe I sold it to Cine Steve when he was after some Ocean boxes. A lot of people seem to be collecting these at the moment as well. So I put a cheeky bid on this one and ended up winning it for 99p plus postage. So I think it's about £4 or £5 maximum, which is Total Recall on the Hit Squad label. It's okay conditions, but a little bit bowed here and there, but you know, you've seen much worse. And for £4, you know, like I say, you pay that for a pair of discs, so you know what I mean? You can't go wrong. Next, another game that a lot of people have said is good. You don't really see this about original, like full price release, really. And I believe I won this for £6. It is Rock and Roll. And some people have told me this is good. And it is by... It's obviously by Rainbow Arts, but I've got a feeling it might... Is it by Factor 5? But someone said this is good in my comments. So I thought, well, you don't really see the full price original release, so I'll get this. What you generally find with this is there's like a pack of Amiga games that used to come with it. It's like 10 great games or something, and they're all in a sort of little jewel cases. And Rock and Roll was one of those ones. But yeah, that's the full price release. So chuffed to get that, because you don't see that every day. You really don't. Next is a game. I thought I had this, but it turns out mine's ST box or something. So it was good to pick this up. Just noticed some dirty on the front of it. Trying to get it off, and it is Pushover in really, really nice condition. Apart from sort of sticky down there, I'm sure I'll be able to get that removed. But this is in really, really sort of nice condition. It's like new. The back is all plush as well. No pushing in or anything. So Pushover, a little cool game. I don't know if this has anything to do with Red Nose Day or anything like that, but it's a cool little puzzle game, Pushover. So, and really nice to get it in that condition. And I don't think I paid that much for this. It would have been between £10 and £20, but I'm thinking more along the lines of a tenner. Yeah, really, really chuffed to get that, and in superb condition. Chuffed as nuts. There we go. And the last one of the Amigas is the last one of the Amigas. Yeah, the last one in the Amiga stuff. We've seen it earlier, and I said that I hadn't had it, and I've been after it for a while, and I've been trying to pick this up, and lo and behold, I managed to find a boxed version. I paid under £20. I think I might have paid like £12 bidding and £4 postage, so £16-17 for this, and it is Indie Heat, and like I said, it's like Ivan Iron Man Stewart. If you can see there, I don't know, it's you're racing around with these cars, and you got turbos and stuff, and this is in lovely condition, really, really nice condition again. It's almost like new. It's really is really nice, and the back is nice and plush, and just really, really chuffed to get this, because I've been after this for a while. I'd like all of the Storm games, because the Storm games are always pretty good. So you got this, you got Indie Heat, Big Run, Saint Dragon, and I just remember Double Dragon 3. Yeah, let's not go there. And Rodlands, obviously I've got Rodlands, and I've got Double Dragon 3. So I might have the full Storm set. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, really, really happy to get that. I'm really chuffed that's in the collection. And there's some cool artwork on there as well, isn't it? Right, let's move on to the last bit. And it wouldn't be a Big Bikes without further ado retro video without a bit of Spectrum. So first of all, we have a game. I remember this being amazing as a kid. I really, really enjoyed it. But I looked at a playthrough the other day, and it doesn't look that good. But I remember it being really good as a kid. I think what we used to like about it was like it wasn't just like one style of play. It was like 3 different types of games within one. So without further ado, it is Biggles. Or Biggles Adventures, is it? Or just Biggles? Biggles, yeah. So I don't know if you can see on there. So you got like you got one level where you're like sort of you're a side view of a plane and you're bombing and people are trying to shoot you, and that's pretty cool. And then you have another level where you're on these rooftops, you're trying to jump from rooftop to rooftop, which is also a side view, and these guys are trying to catch you. And that didn't look too cool. And then there's another level, I don't know if you can see there, where you're sort of flying your plane, and you know, you're trying to shoot down the enemy. I think that's the final level. And it's really, really cool. Didn't notice, it's got a little chip out there, unfortunately. I really do love a sort of clamshell release, so the instructions are in there as well. And like I say, I remember this being a big part of my childhood. We always used to enjoy a bit of Biggles. I'm probably a bit too old for the comics or the magazines, but I'm not too old to remember the video games. So I really, really, really enjoyed a bit of Biggles, but we'll let you know how we get on with it when we give it another go. Right, the next one. This game I absolutely loved. I've probably already got it, but I wasn't sure. I think I put a few quid down on this, but like 2-3 quid, £2.5 or something. And it's just a fantastic game. It's a game I used to love. Never played it in the arcade, but it is an arcade port. It says original Namco arcade license, and it is Bosconian 87. And I always used to love a bit of Bosconian. Me and Paul Crookshanks used to play Bosconian. Me and Paul Crookshanks used to play Biggles as well. But yeah, me and Paul Crookshanks used to play Bosconian. Yeah, just loved it. It's a great game. It really plays well, and it's a good conversion on the Spectrum. Really quite a simple game. Remember, you got these enemy bases, and they've got like, say, 3 pieces aside, and you got to shoot the pieces out, and then you can shoot down their gun pipe sort of thing, and blow their base up. From what I remember, but a great game, real simple sort of arcade game, and you got enemies chasing you, trying to shoot you, and all that, and it's just a great game. Bosconian 87. I believe there's a Bosconian and a Bosconian 84, and then there's a Bosconian 87. I think I could be wrong. I don't know what the difference is. If anyone knows, please let me know. Maybe Alex Nintendo Arcade might know. I don't know if Alex watches my videos, to be honest, but I know he knows his arcade stuff. But Bosconian 87, I used to love this on the Spectrum. And this one here is this next game is crazy in my opinion. So I know the Bitmap Brothers aren't famous for Spectrum games really, but the Bitmap Brothers, absolutely excellent, make amazing Amiga games. They've done a few releases on the Spectrum and everything, but this was their first ever game they released, and I've managed to pick it up on the Spectrum, and I'm amazed at this because this is old, this is old. I've managed to pick up Xenon on the Spectrum, sealed. Sealed Xenon on the Specky. How good is that? And yeah, it doesn't play bad on the Spectrum at all. In fact, there's the graphics there. Yeah, it doesn't play bad on the Spectrum at all. I was watching It's a Pixel thing this week, and he's done a video on the Bitmap Brothers, and he says on there Xenon's the first one they've done. He actually done an arcade cab as well, based on the Amiga hardware. But yeah, Xenon sealed on the Spectrum. Look, it's sealed. How mad is that? This game is, I believe it's like 1986. So this has been sealed for, well, a long time. It's like 30 odd years, isn't it? 34 years, isn't it? Because I'm 35 years. So I'm 41. I was born in 79. So that's mad, isn't it? That's been sealed for 35 years and no one's ever opened it. I might open it, I don't know. Or I might just keep it sealed just because it's just crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. I didn't know that either. It says on here, a member of the Virgin Mastertronic Group. So I didn't realise that Virgin owned Mastertronic. So it's Melbourne House. And, yeah, just crazy. Sealed Xenon. Absolutely brand new sealed Xenon on the Spectrum. Love it. I'm just really happy to get that. And guess what? I think I picked that up for less than a tenner. It was just there. I put a cheeky bid in. No one else bid. And I won it. Absolutely fantastic. And if I was really naughty, I could remove that label there, and it's an Amiga box underneath. So, yeah, but I probably won't do that. I'll probably keep this sealed, to be honest. It's just a nice piece, isn't it? It's a nice piece of history, and it's like you say, the Bitmap Brothers' first ever game. Yeah, it says another mega creation from the Bitmap Brothers. How could it be another when it's their first ever game? I suppose they must have released pre-games that didn't make it to retail, I suppose. Okay, and now for the piece de resistance. And that is the Spectrum Plus 3. Right, so first of all, just picked up some new discs. Brand new sealed Plus 3 discs. It's always nice to pick these up because the media does sort of deteriorate after time. Look, they were $2.99 originally. $2.99 originally sealed brand new discs, and there's one in the other type as well. Managed to pick these up for I believe it worked out £4 a piece. So what's that? Just 12 quid in it. 12 quid delivered for four discs. Like, if anyone else is watching this, hold out on your prices on these things, right? Because there's people at the moment that they're trying to charge £10 plus a disc on these, right? And I go off the rule myself. I don't pay no more than £5 a disc. I think £5 a disc for new old stock of these things is about right. But I've seen boxes of 10 new discs of these going for like £100, 96 quid. Or so, just hang out. You'll get them for you will get them for £5 a piece or £4 a piece. But if you pay these silly prices, the price will then become that stupid price. So, like I say, yeah, well chuffed to get 4 new discs, 12 quid. Happy as Larry, whoever Larry is. Next one, just a cheeky bit. I do own this box, but again, you can never have too many backups. And I think I think it's like 4 quid, and it's Batman the movie. Can't go wrong with a bit of Batman the movie. Great game on the Spectrum. It's pretty tough as well. I can't get that far nowadays. I used to be able to get quite far, but nowadays I'm crap at it. But yeah, so Batman the movie, 4 quid. Happy to get that. Next one was a bit of a cheeky bid, not really my type of thing, but you know me and you know the +3. I've got to have it. I've got to get it. And it is Gunship on the +3 disc version. I believe I won this for something like a tenner. So £10 for a +3 disc game is quite good, really. You're not really going to get many games for a tenner. Feels like you could beat someone to death with a manual. Yeah, it's even got an overlay card for the keys. Someone's written on that, haven't they? So you've got an overlay card for the keys, a manual you could beat someone to death with, and in there is the disc, Microprose. And I wonder... So on there it says Microprose Tetbury Gloucester. Well, Microprose, I believe, used to be in Ship in Sudbury, where I'm from. So you used to have them down by the Ridge Woods. Used to have little offices there. And I believe my mate Rob done work experience there, actually. So Gunship by Microprose, tenner. I'm not going to leave it there for £10. Right, next one. I believe this was just shy of 20 quid or around 20 quid. Not working. Boots but fails to play, apparently. We might give this a clean, see if we can get it going. But I already do have another disc I believe I've got working. So this was to pick up the box and the instructions for this one. And it is Thundercats on the +3 Spectrum. And I don't know what this game's like. It looks pretty naff. But it's not one you see boxed every day. In fact, I don't think I've seen it boxed before. No, I have seen it boxed before. I'll tell a lie. I have seen it once before for sale. But for me watching all the time, and I've only seen one other one, that's quite rare. So yeah, I got this one. So I've got a box. I've got another disc, which I'm pretty sure works. If not, we'll try and clean this one up. And we'll probably get it working anyway. But if not, I can always put the other one in, and we've got a fully working version of Thundercats there. So really, really chuffed to get that. 20 quid, expensive to pay for a box, but like I say, something that's quite rare. And that's some cool artwork on the front of there, and pretty cool artwork. Right, now we're moving into the sort of better stuff. So this one here, Mastertronic +3 disc collection. This has Bosconian, so I don't know if it's the original Bosconian. So it's Bosconian, Motos, and Angle Ball, which looks like a 6-pocket sort of pool sort of version of pool maybe. So, but it was mainly for Bosconian I bought this because, as I said, I bought this before I realised I bought the other Bosconian, but hopefully it might be in 2 different versions. So. But I love Bosconian anyway. Absolutely love it. So that was the main reason for buying this. I think this was like 20 or 25 quid. But yeah, I really I really do like this. I've got this disc a few times, but yeah, I've now got it boxed, and this is a lot cleaner than the ones I've got. It's got some code written on there. It says lives in pencil, 33066X. So that's on the Bossco side. So perhaps that gives you as a lives cheat. So yeah, really chuffed to get that. So and the box is in nice nick as well. It's all there. It's no cracks, scratches or dents. It's a little bit, you know, scuffed over the years, but overall quite happy with that. Yeah, happy. And the last one is, I couldn't believe when I seen this come up. I've owned this disc only before, but I haven't. I've never managed to get this boxed. I believe Mr. Bads may have got this box one time. Personally, I didn't think the game was that great. It's very colourful for Spectrum, but it's supposed to be a great arcade, and it is. In fact, it's called something else. It's called this, and it's got another name on it. It might be Gradius. Is it Gradius? Gradius, or however you pronounce it. But I know his other name is. I might be getting this wrong. Am I getting this wrong? Alex, Mr. Bads, anyone let me know. But the Spectrum name for the game, and I believe maybe a UK release of the game, was called Salamander. So Salamander on Spectrum +3 disc. I've seen this boxed once before. Like I say, I had it unboxed, disc only, and it was well, that was the same disc. So yeah, I had it unboxed before, but now I've got it boxed, so I'm really happy to get this boxed. And on there, normally I'll remove labels, but that there says Worthing Computer Centre. So does anyone remember Worthing Computer Centre? This was $14.95 back in the day. So you know, I'm going to leave that on there. I'd normally peel something like that off, but I'm going to leave that on there. And like I say, on the back it shows the game. I don't know if that's a Spectrum version, but I remember it being very colourful on Spectrum. So, and that's always unusual for a Spectrum disc. I know everyone believes that everything's monochrome black and yellow or whatever, but really chuffed to get that Salamander. Yeah, you don't see this every day. You really don't. So it's nice to have this selection. Right, that was a bit of a long video. It's good to be back, and hopefully I'll be making a lot more videos this year. Just letting you know sort of what's going on with me and the collection. I'm really hoping we're going to be able to meet up and have some sort of a social event soon, because I think we all need it. We need. I did hear something about Craig done a revival video. I've been meaning to watch it actually, and saying that he wasn't going to be doing anything for the foreseeable future at the minute, and that's what I was sort of really hoping for, a good old revival, so we could all get together and have a few bevies, because you know, revival's where it's at really. Play's all right, but revival play is just, we're just going to meet each other and having the drinks and the social, whereas revival is actually a good event as well, and you can enjoy the event and the company and the drinking. But yeah, so but I'm sure if revival isn't on soon and we are allowed to congregate in numbers of more than 6, then we'll be doing we'll arrange some up between ourselves, won't we? We'll arrange a meet up for us and the lads and the lasses or whatever, and yeah, we'll get together soon and have a few jars. All right, YouTube, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.